That was 9 years of parkour that just saved me right there. Hey, what's up TCM? Today, we are learning how to do a cat grab. We're gonna be going over all of the important safety tips, as well as proper tech and bailout options. And I might be getting wet by the end of the video. You'll see what I mean later. So, without further ado, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and comment something down below. It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. And make sure you hit that bell notification. We'll be releasing videos every Saturday. It would really mean a lot to us if you could help us out with 250 subs by the end of the year. We are currently at 217 at the time of filming. And I'm really stoked about it because at the start of the year, we had 0. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's get on with this tutorial. First things first, what you're gonna need is a wall. Now you don't need a crazy tall wall or anything. It doesn't have to be absolutely monstrous or anything. The way we're gonna start this is actually just right here on the floor. What we're gonna do here is we're going to jump to the wall and grab on it and ideally not fall off. Step one, just find a wall, find a flat surface. It could even be something like this rail here, just something so you have a goal to not touch the floor. But the way this is going to work, we're going to run and jump. When we jump, we're going to hit the wall with both of our feet at the same time. And we're going to be reaching with our hands to the top of the wall, right up there. Super simple. Let's get right into it. This is what it's gonna start off to look like. Easy enough. Now, let's get into some of the finer details here. Now, when we're hitting the wall, we want our feet to hit the wall first, but we don't want our feet too high and we definitely don't want them too low. If we get our feet too low, we'll smash our stomach into the wall and that doesn't feel good. If we get our feet too high, we actually peel our hands off sometimes. And obviously if the goal is to stay on the wall, we don't want to have our hands peel off since it's the only thing holding us to the wall. So I try to aim for my feet to get right about my hip level. Boom. So this way it's right in line with my butt. So when I land on the wall, I should be in a position like this. Now, another thing is if we are jumping to the wall, we don't want our face to get too close to the wall because we are gonna have a little bit of a rebound, right? We're jumping to the wall and our face tends to get a little close sometimes. So if we hit with bent arms like this, obviously our face is gonna be a little bit closer. So when we catch the wall, we actually want to have not necessarily locked out arms, but straight arms. You can't tell because I'm in a long sleeve right now because it's a little cold, but my arms aren't straight and locked out. They're just straight. They're not straight and locked out, right? So we're going to hit one more time. They do bend a little bit, as you may have seen, but I'm not pulling in, so my face gets really close to the wall. So when we are catching the wall, we do not want to have our hands hit first on the cat grab because our wrists aren't really meant to take a lot of impact like that. Not only that, it gives us a greater chance of hitting our face against this wall here, against the corner. So when we hit, we want to absorb most of it in our legs. So we want to hit legs first and then grab. It may be a little bit harder to see here because it's such a small jump for me that it might look like I'm hitting it at the same time. But don't worry, I have some other examples for you later on in the video that you'll see where I hit feet first. Maybe Rudy will put one in here. So let's go over some of these common mistakes here. One of the common mistakes is, as I just said, hitting with your hands first, right? So we don't want to do that. Another common mistake is splitting feet when you land on the wall. So instead of landing feet together like this, they land feet together like this. And this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but for a beginner, you want to try to do your best to keep your feet together as much as possible. The reason that people will sometimes split their feet is if they're doing something after it right away. But if you're looking at a cat grab from anyone who's got like a max distance cat grab for them, they're generally hitting feet first with feet together. And then what'll happen is they may either slide both feet down and still grip, or one foot grips and the other foot will slide down, and then they top out and they climb up afterwards. But depending on the circumstances, not necessarily a bad thing, but for a beginner, do your best to try to land with both feet together on the wall, and then you can mix it up later as you get more advanced. Another common mistake, as I'd mentioned earlier, is people landing with their feet too low or too high. And this is gonna be a little different for everybody because everyone is of different heights. So the place that you're gonna need to put your feet on the wall is gonna be different for everybody. So if we're all looking at a 6-foot wall, where my feet place are gonna be different than where someone else's feet place, because we're different heights and we're different body types. So that's gonna be for you guys to figure out on your own, to try to figure out where your feet are supposed to be hitting on the wall in correlation to your butt or hips, whatever you prefer. So right now what we're doing is we're trying to find a spot that we can do bigger cat grabs. This is also going to be where I might potentially fall in water, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't. Ooh, all right, so cat grabs have a few purposes. The main and obvious purpose is to hang on a wall, but they set you up for things like ascents and descents. So it would be dropping from higher locations, such as this parking structure behind me. So you would cat grab, drop, hit your feet, and then cat grab the wall that you just hit your feet on. And that would be a way to get down. Not that I am condoning it, not that you're gonna see a very dangerous one in this video, because you're not. But that's basically the functions of a cat grab, or it would be to jump longer distances over like a body of water or like an alleyway gap. If you can't make the distance, you would jump and you would hit your cat grab to basically save yourself from dying, which is always a good thing. Good ways to start your cat grab if you are just learning is just like I did over at the pink walls. You want to start a bit lower and you want to minimize as much risk as possible coming out of the cat grab and going into the cat grab, really. So start on a flat ground with just an elevated wall or something that you feel comfortable jumping onto. It could be over grass, it could be not over grass, but basically you can just try to minimize as much of the risk as possible and try to find your tolerance level and then go from there to scale to bigger things and become a better athlete. We are at a spot where I want to hit a cat grab, right? So this would be an example of from here across to here, where the jump is too big for me to precision, but I can definitely make the cat grab. I've been eyeing this one for a few years. I'm not gonna hit it today, but I just want to show you guys an example. So jumping from that ledge right there, straight across to that ledge over here to this big wall, an example of not being able to make the jump, but having a gap. We can still talk about alleyways. Anyway, this is a real life example. So, all right, so we are at the spot that I'm gonna do the cat grabs for you guys. I'm gonna demonstrate a little bit bigger of a cat grab. This is also a really sweet spot for progressing your cat grab. One, I mean, it's a little scary. It's a do or die type of thing because you're over water and nobody likes getting wet in parkour. Two, because they gradually get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'll demonstrate some of those here for you guys today. Then hopefully I don't fall in the water and hopefully I don't get wet. I've done these a million times, but who knows, maybe it's the millionth and one that I've fallen in. Yeah, let's jump right into it. Not the pond, not the fountain. So this is the jump here. It's from here to that wall over there. And then because that wall is pretty stationary and this wall curves outwards, it's gradually getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's not by a lot either, and that's the best part. Until you're reaching really right about over here. I don't know if I'm in frame still or not, but really the cat grabs are pretty tame. So, and it's a very basic skill and a necessary skill. So I'm gonna do one more for you guys, but I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing here this whole time. I basically started from this line, went to this line, went to that line, and now I'm gonna jump from that line way over there. And it gradually just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So, but what I want you guys to notice is how my feet hit first. All right, and so if you notice my feet hit first on that one, and then my hands grab the top, and that's pretty much the cat grab. Luckily I didn't fall in today, but for entertainment purposes, I will put 2 students of mine falling into this pond, into this lake. I don't know why I keep calling it a pond. It's not a pond, it's a lake. It's not a lake, what am I saying? It's a fountain. I'm tired. All right, we're just gonna go with that. We're also gonna demonstrate a static cat grab into a dyno, and one of my younger students doing a running cat grab. The one that I just did, basically, and his foot slipped, just for entertainment purposes. Three, 2, 1, go. Yes! Yes! No!
Good try, man.
Good try, Jay.
No.
Oh, I got you, Eli.
Thank you.
We're gonna be going over this basic low risk cat grab for beginners. And we're not going over it, I'm just demonstrating it. I already went over it. So the goal here is going to be to jump from this part of the sidewalk here and cat grab there without touching the wall or without touching the floor. Low risk, obviously it's not very tall, so it's not gonna hurt if I fall. Nice. All right, now what we had there was a genuine fall on my part. The wall was a bit slippery on my hands, slipperier on my hands. The wall was slippery. Anyway, the wall was a bit more slippery than I had anticipated because I've used the wall before. I didn't think to check it, I knew it was stable, but I didn't check for dust. The backward shoulder roll is one of the ways that you could bail out of a cat grab in case if you miss, and I'll demonstrate one of the other ways to fall out of a cat grab, which is just a slap landing. All right, so this is gonna be what it looks like to slap land, basically. It's not so much a bail out of a cat grab, but more of a way to exit. So here I'm in my cat grab position. And next we're gonna show a descent. That was interesting. That was 9 years of parkour that just saved me right there. So I've done this descent before. I wiped down my surfaces. My shoes felt grippy on the rails on the very top. So I thought I would be okay to go for the descent. Clearly I was wrong, and I miscalculated something. I saw my feet, I saw the landing, and again, I've done this before. So rather than trying again, I'm just gonna send a clip to Rudy that he can just input here. So it's gonna be a little different quality here. Not because I'm afraid I'm gonna fall, I just would rather not risk it. So this is exactly why I don't condone descents, because the risk reward is just, it's pretty big. If you slip, I happen to have been okay here. Thankfully, I didn't die. And with that being said and done, I am done with this tutorial. I've taught you guys what I can teach you. If you like the information and you're still here with me at the end of the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe something down below. Comment something about the save, because that was a really sweet save. And always check your surfaces. Again, we're trying to hit 250 subs by the end of the year, so it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe, and thank you. And comment something down below. All right, bye guys. Oh, and if there's any other tutorial that you guys want to see, make sure you tell me them in the comments down below so I can film them for you guys. I'm really just doing this for you guys, so let me know.